Well, welcome back to another game of Precision Baseball. My name is Brian Hafferkamp. I'm the designer and creator of this game. And I'm continuing my 2003 opening day replay with the Braves hosting the Montreal Expos, Les Expos. And good matchup. Greg Maddux on the mound. This is sort of the backside of his career, but he'll be facing off against Tony Armas Jr. So, should be a good one, and we'll make our way through the lineups as we play the game. But got our 3 D10 dice, red, white, and blue, we'll read them, and then our D20, which we also use for the matchups and for hits. So, we got Greg Maddux, whose stamina is a 25, and same for Tony Armas. And we're ready to go. To be Andy Chavez, Jose Vidro, and Ron Callaway for the Expos. So, righty-lefty matchup. You can see here Maddux is a -3. Andy Chavez is a +3. So that makes them even Steven in the matchup. And it'll be a 225 off of Chavez. And that's going to be a ground ball as he pounds it into the ground. And that's hit out to second base. No problem at second as he makes the catch and the throw. And that will be, who's playing second? Marcus Giles. One of the really good years for Marcus Giles. Next up is going to be Jose Vidro, switch hitting second baseman. Really good second baseman for the Expos. You can see he's a 1-13 to control the at bat. So 379 is going to be a fly ball as that one's poked out to right field. And possible error on the right fielder. Let's go and check them. That's Gary Sheffield. He's a -1. And an error on a 92 to 188. And we have a 60. So he's going to make the catch out and right. And that's 2 quick outs for Gregory Maddux. Brings up Ron Callaway. Left-handed hitter, better against right-handers than lefties. He is going to be a 1-8 to control. So this off Maddux. 960 is going to be a hit off the pitcher card. 564 would be a single, and that's going to be a little blooper into center field as he gets sawed off at the hands. Manages to muscle it out to center field, and that's going to be a 2-out single for Ron Callaway. Brings up Will Cordero. Cordero, right-handed batter, playing first base. He's going to be a 1-9 to control. So 419 is a line drive. That one's hit out to right field, and up to the task is Chef in right field, so he's going to catch that for the 3rd out. No need to check the runner advancement as that was the 3rd out of the inning. So we head to the bottom of the second, or the bottom of the first. No score, and it'll be Tony Armas Jr., who didn't have a lot of starts here. Only pitched 28, 30, 31 innings for the season, but he gets the opening day start. My guess, based off of his career, he got injured somewhere along the way. Rafael Furcal to the plate. Furcal batting left-handed against the righty. He is going to be a 1-15 for control. It is a 15. 370 against a right-hander is going to be a fly ball as he hits it in the air to right field. And in right field, Callaway makes the catch for out number 1. Next up is going to be Robert Fick. Fick played a season or 2 with the Braves. Came over from Detroit. Left-handed stick. Good contact, good patience, 10% walk rate against right-handers, and only a 9% K rate against right-handers in 400 plate appearances. So a really good number 2 hitter, and on-base percentage almost 360 from the right side. Don't want him hitting against lefties, but pretty good against right-handers. So against Armas, he is going to be a +6. and that makes him a 1-15 to get control. 175 is going to be a grounder, and that ground ball goes to second base. Good pick at second base. And the throw by Vidro, possible error on the play. 109, Vidro is a +3 error, so he's not going to make the error on the play as he gets it over to first base. A little bit of a low throw, but good pick up there at first base from Will Cordero. Brings up Chef. Chef slugging at a 995, one of his really good years with the Braves. This is 6, and that's going to be definitely, for him, a 931 is serious trouble. 931 against a righty is going to be into his double range. So Sheffield hammers one into right center field. It rolls all the way to the wall. It's going to be picked up by the right fielder. Sheffield's going to cruise into second base. And let's see if there's an error out there. Possible error on the play, 093 for the right fielder. He's a 0 error. Oh, the range is 28 to 91. So just out of the error range as he picks it up, but is able to get it back in cleanly. So Sheffield, with a 2-out double into the right center field gap, is going to bring up Chipper Jones. Chipper, 951 OPS, 555 slugging against right-handed batting, or right-handed pitching. He's going to be a 1-15 for controls. So it's off the pitcher. That's going to be a base hit. It will be a single, and that is a ground ball down the right field line as he sneaks it past the first baseman, and that will give the Braves a chance to bring home a run. Let's see, Sheffield runs at a 1. I've been doing all teams on the normal, just not really looking at what managerial styles or anything are. We're just using normal for everybody. So normal aggression, Sheffield runs at a +1. We're going second to home. +1, it's all under my control. Right fielder is a -2. So that's going to be all on the outfielder to throw out the base runner. So we got here, the chance is 31 to 100. We're sending Chef home. 258 is here in the red. Chef is cooking. And he is going to come home on that RBI single from Chipper Jones. Let's see if Chipper advances on the throw or not. Take that away. Chipper is a -1. And a -1 on the throw to home is going to be up to me. He's a -1. Michael Barrett is a +1, so that's going to be all on Chipper to try to advance. You know, let's be aggressive here. So 211 to 710. He'll be safe at second base. He's going to second. The throw down to second is a 416, and 416, he is in there as he moves up on the throw. We'll call that a move up on the fielder's choice. Nice aggressive base running by Larry Jones. And that's going to put him in scoring position for Andrew Jones. So the Jones brothers, good year that year, 839 OPS against righties. As Armas gives up the first run of the game. This is going to be bad. He gives up another hit here, 925. So that's Andrew Jones with the base knock. And that's going to be a line drive into left center field. Picked up by the center fielder. And Chipper, do we send him? He's a -1. And into left center field, that's going to be on us. Picked up by the center fielder, that's important. So Chavez is a +1. Chipper is a -1. So we have the same odds of getting home that we just had. Let's go ahead and do it. We're going to gamble. We send him to second base to try to get him in scoring position with 2 outs. We're sending him home, 386. And he's going to be in there safely as Chipper comes home on the RBI single from Andrew Jones. Andrew Jones, just a -2 rated base runner here. So he's got the same option with he doesn't automatically advance on a throw to home. So let's give him an RBI. So let's go and play merry-go-round here. It will be all on him. He has the same opportunity as Chipper did. So 211 to 710, he'll be in on the throw to second base, and he is going to be thrown out. So he gets gunned down trying to advance. We'll call that 2-6. So the catcher gets the ball at home, and he guns down Andrew Jones trying to advance. So that's going to be the third out of the inning. The Braves do put 2 on the board, and that's going to be the end of the first. So 2-0 Braves as we head into the top of the second. And it'll be Brad Wilkerson, Orlando Cabrera, and Fernando Tatis Sr. We've got Wilkerson is a left-handed batter. He's even Steven with Maddux. So against a righty, it's going to be a line drive. And it's hit out to right field, caught in right field by Sheffield. And that'll be out number 1. 1 down, Cabrera to the plate. He's a +6 against right, well, let's get everybody. He's a +6 against right-handers. And he'll be a 1 to 13 for control. So 100 is going to be a grounder. That one goes out to second base. The pick is good, and the throw is good, as Giles gets his man at first base by a step and a half. And that's going to be out number 2. Brings up Fernando Tatis. His son mashes, not so much the father. Tatis is a good player, but not nearly what Junior is. So against Maddux, he is going to be a 1 to 6 for control. 426 is going to be a line drive against a right-hander. And that'll be hit out to center field and caught in center field. That's a 3 up, 3 down inning for Gregory Maddux, as he goes 1, 2, 3. We're going to not move his stamina for the 1, 2, 3 inning. And it's going to bring up Marcus Giles, Vinny Castilla, and Henry Blanco, who's catching in place of Javi Lopez. Lopez got a lot of at-bats. Maybe he was injured for opening day, not sure. Marcus Giles to the plate. This is one of Giles' best years, 932 OPS, slugged to 533 out of the second base position in that season. He's a 1 to 16 for control against Armas. 806 against a righty is going to be a base hit, and that'll be a line drive into right field as it falls in front of the right fielder. Let's check the error in right. No error on the plate, and it'll be Marcus Giles at first base. He steals at a +1. Barrett is a +1. Armas is a 0, so that basically cancels out and makes him a 0 for stealing. Let's go ahead and try to steal second. A 0 is at the acceptable range, so anything 211 to 930, so about a 70% chance of stealing. Oh, he's just barely going to get in there. 884, that's the very last range, and he's going to get in there with a stolen base as Michael Barrett makes it close. But Giles with a steal. How many attempts did he had? Just 18 attempts, so that'd be like his 1 for the month. Vinny Castilla to the plate. Vinny is a 1 to 13 to control. 862 is going to be a hit off the pitcher card. 364 is a base knock. That's also a line drive to right field as Vinny shoots it the other way. That'll push the runner to third. Let's see if he comes home. Normal aggression, he's a 2. 2 to right field. Everything second to home for those 1 to 5 players is that's going to be my opportunity. Let's see, to right field, he's a -2. We got a +2, so that's all going to be on the outfielder's arm. And let's go ahead and send him home. Yeah, 31 to 100. We're going to give it a shot. 823. He's going to be safe at the plate on an RBI single. Benny Castillo runs at a +1. Pretty good for an older player. So right field, the throw to home, he's a +1. He's going to advance on the throw. So trail runner does advance on the throw. I don't think I moved that there. Hopefully not. That's going to bring up Henry Blanco with a man in scoring position. 1 in. A couple of base hits here for the Braves in the top of the second inning. They lead 2-0, 3-0 now. And Henry Blanco to the plate. Blanco is going to be a 1-9 for control. This is a 950. That's pretty good. 950 is into his double range, as even Henry Blanco's getting into it. This is a line drive into right center field. It's going to be picked up by the center fielder as it gets all the way to the wall. That'll drive in the run from second base, and that's an RBI double for Henry Blanco. As Tony Armas Jr. is having some trouble here. It's now 4-0 Braves over Montreal. Gregory Maddux to the plate. Maddux, not a great hitter. About a 100 average or so between the right and left sides. But he's going to get a hit here off the pitcher card. And that'll be an 892. Against right-handed pitching, that's also going to be a double. And a 13 is a fly ball off the right field wall. So Maddux cranks one into right field, and they were definitely not ready for that. As it goes over the head of the right fielder and off the wall. And even Maddux with an RBI double here in the second inning. So 5-0, getting really close to pulling the hook on Tony Armas. Hate to do that on opening day, but you do what you need to do. Armas against lefties is a -1. That makes Furkel a 1-15. 820 against a right-hander is going to be a base knock. And another base hit. This one is a line drive into left field. Is Furkel shoots it the other way. Pitcher running, so we're just going to hold him at third. And that's going to bring up the number 2 hitter, Robert Fick. Fick with runners at the corners. Armas hoping and praying for something, anything, to get him out of this inning. 1-15 to control, so 394 finally goes over to Armas. 394 is going to be a line drive. I'm sorry, a fly ball. That goes out to 594. And that will be a fly ball to right field. It is a possible error. Right fielder is a 0, so there's no error on the play. So caught in right for the out. That'll be just out number 1. Yeesh. And let's check our fly ball advancement. So advancement on fly balls, we're looking at right field. We're looking at this one here. So 610, that's going to be a player's choice. The right fielder is under it. It is Callaway. He's got a -1 arm. And our runner at third base is Maddux. He's got a 0. So this is going to be all on the outfielder to throw out Maddux. They're going to send him kind of a deepish fly ball. 31 to 100. They'll get him at the plate. Ooh, almost. Makes it closer than it should have been. But that's going to be a sac fly on a deep fly ball to right. And Maddux will come home to score. Oh, that's not it. It's there. So sacrifice fly. And that runner is a 5 at first base. They overthrew the cutoff man. Play goes all the way to the plate. And on a throw home, 5 or greater is going to be an advancement on the throw. So heads up there for call, as the Braves are just running around the bases In this one, it's now 6-0. And I think that's going to be the end of the line for Tony Armas. We're going to get him out of the game. So let me get a new pitcher for the Expos. All right, a new pitcher is TJ Tucker, right-handed pitcher for the Expos. He's the only one with a little bit of stamina to him. He has an 8 stamina, so we'll see how long he can go here. He'll face off against Chef with runner in scoring position and 1 out. Sheffield's going to get the upper hand here. 774 is going to be a base hit. That's a line drive down the right field line. At this point, they're up 6-0, and we're just going to go station to station here. So that's going to be a single to right. Chipper Jones to the plate. Jones is 1 for 1 with an RBI and a run scored. 192 is going to be a fly ball that goes to left field. And the catch is made in left field. That's going to be out number 2. Let's see if that's a sac fly, or if the runner takes off for home at the very least. So left field, runners at the corners, 519. So we're here, 519 is here. So that's going to be our choice. The arm in left field is a 4, +4 for Brad Wilkerson. Our guy at third is for call. He's a 5, so this is going to be on Wilkerson. For call's going to challenge him. The opportunity is a 361 to 540. So good arm, good speed, and let's see. He will be safe at the plate. Not particularly close. So sacrifice fly from Chipper Jones, who pokes it out to left field. And Rafi for call comes home on the play. That's another run. It's now 7-0. Does the runner move up? We'll see. The runner is Sheffield. He's a +1. +1 does advance on a throw to home. So Sheffield sneaks up to second base on the throw. And that'll bring up Andrew Jones. Andrew Jones is 1 for 1 with an RBI. 731. So righty. That comes off the pitcher. 731 is going to be a hit by pitch. Ouch. So that puts runners at first and second base. Last couple of games I've done have been pretty offensive. There's been at least one inning that kind of gets out of control for one team. Marcus Giles to the plate. Giles 1 for 1 with a run scored. This is off his card. 6-12 is going to be a walk against a righty as he keeps the merry-go-round going. And that'll load the bases. So Tucker not providing much relief here. We're going to go visit him on the mound. Gives him an extra +1. Vinny Castilla to the plate. Castilla 1-12 to control. 768. They just keep rolling high numbers here. That's going to be a base knock. And it is a line drive to left field. Everybody's station to station here. Kind of feeling bad for the Expos a little bit. So that's going to be an RBI for Vinny Castilla. Former Brave, former Marlin. Former Rocky. I guess he's played with the Rockies back when they had the Blake Street Bombers. Great teams there in Colorado. Henry Blanco to the plate. Blanco's going to be a 1-8 to control. A 163 finally induce a ground ball. And a 953 is a grounder to the pitcher, right back to the pitcher. 284, that's a good pickup. And let's see about what happens on the play. So we do have plays here for the pitcher, and we're looking here. And a 482 right in the middle. That's going to be a 1-3 put out with 2 outs. Would have been a double play had there not been 2 outs. But he goes 1-3 on the put out. That's out number 3. And finally, mercifully, this inning ends 2, 4, 6 runs. It's now 8-0 Braves. So Maddux comes out with an 8-run lead. You can almost chalk this one up. It will be Michael Barrett to the plate, and then Armas the pitcher, well, the pitcher spot, and then Indy Chavez. So a 15 to Barrett is going to come off the pitcher card. So 358 against the lefty. No, he's a righty. That's going to be a fly ball. That's popped up to the catcher, and the catch is made by Blanco in fair territory, and that'll be out number 1. Pitcher spot is up. Let's see. Let me check and see if I have that TJ Tucker. All right, I do have Tucker's card here. He had 20 at-bats, 20 plate appearances. Actually has a 647 OPS against righties, so he's had a little bit of success hitting the ball. He'll face off against Maddux. Against right-handed pitching, he's -2. So he's a 1-5 to control. This will be off Maddux. 223 is a grounder. That goes out to third baseman, Chipper Jones. Actually, it's not Chipper, it's Vinny Castilla. Castilla makes the play. That'll be 2 quick outs here in the inning. And we head to the top of the order again. It'll be Indy Chavez. Chavez grounded out to the second baseman, Giles. Playing this game at Turner Field. You can see we have our field here. And got all of our plays here. There's robbing home runs all around. No outfield wall is less than or more than 10 feet tall. Indy Chavez. Chavez will be even Steven with Maddux. He's a left-handed batter. So against a righty, this is going to be a line drive as he pokes one to center field, and in center field it is Andrew Jones who comes in and makes a nice running catch for out number 3. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Maddux. Going to leave his stamina there again for the 1-2-3 inning. Not getting any strikeouts, but he is getting everybody out. His strikeout percentage this year was only about 13.5%, so not huge strikeout numbers anyway for Maddux, but definitely not in this season. Maddux will face off against Tucker here to lead off the bottom of the third. He's got 1-7 for control. 769. That's going to be a strikeout off of Maddux's card. Brings up Rafi for call. For calling his last at-bat singled and scored. He's going to get the upper hand here. 657 is a walk. As he draws a walk here in the third. He's been on base a couple of times. TJ Tucker's just going to have to take it on the chin. So he needs to give me another inning or 2 here. And that just means basically we're playing without this die. 965 from Robert Fick is going to be a double. And that will be a line drive into left center field. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. It's picked up by the left fielder. 2 bags here. We're not going to worry about piling on here, so we're just going to go as far as however many bases the guy hits the ball. I'm not going to try for extra bases. The left fielder is Wilkerson. He's a 0 error, and he's going to pick it up fine and get it back in. Brings up Chef. Chef with runners on the corners and 1 out. Again, we don't need that. 499. Off of Sheffield is a line drive. That's a liner to right that's caught. So he hits it hard right on the nose, but it goes to the right fielder. And we need our line drives chart. So let's see if it was very deep. 899, liner to right field. We have runners at the corners. So that's going to be our decision. I'm going to make the decision to not go. So that brings up Chipper Jones. 127, that's pounded into the ground. That's going to be hit out to second base. No problem at second base. 961, second base. That will be a 4-6 put out as we go the short way. And that will end the inning as the Braves threaten. They get runners to first and third, but they don't bring anybody home, and so it's going to be 8-0 as we head to the top of the fourth inning. Let's check our time here. I should probably get going now. So first 3 innings, a little rough for the old Expos. This was a pretty good season for the Braves. They won their division yet again, and they were sort of nearing the back end. This would have been number 12 in a row, I think. And Smoltz was in the bullpen, lights out if you get to the end of the game. Andrew Jones didn't have an amazing year, but had a pretty good one. Chipper, always good, and they just had some good bullpen options that year as well. They were sort of making their transition into what would be the baby Braves later on, just a few years down the road. And I think they lost to the Cubs in the division series. I want to say they lost to the Cubs in the division series, but they have one of the top records in the National League. So this is not so surprising that they're beating up pretty good on the Expos. Vlad Guerrero is on the team. He did not get the start though, so that's Vladdy Guerrero's card. He didn't get the start in this game. Don't know if he was hurt or what was going on with him, but Callaway gets a start in right field. You know, maybe if Guerrero's out there. He's only rated as a 0 arm on this one, so maybe not stellar Vlad Guerrero, but his OPS against lefties was 1,300, and his OPS against righties was 935. So definitely having that stick in the middle of the order would have helped. But we'll see if they can come back anyway. They got some decent hitters here. Cordero and Wilkerson can play. Michael Barrett was a very talented hitter, and Jose Vidro was an all-star second baseman. So we'll see if they can come back. If Maddux can continue, he's got a 17 stamina here. So if he gets banged around a little bit or has a couple of walks, and they have to get into the bullpen, you never know. All right, this is Precision Baseball. You can actually get this season, 2003, at clarkandaddisongaming.com. You can also purchase 2023 or 2024. I will be continuously producing seasons for that game, and also don't forget to check out all the other new games that are there. Look on the front page of the site, clarkandaddisongaming.com, and you'll be able to see some of the new releases that we have, including the 2024 season should be right there at the top for Precision Baseball. If you want to learn more about this game, I've got a sort of a tutorial series that I've started. Haven't quite finished it, but I have gotten through sort of the major parts of the game. So if you're a little bit confused about what all is going on or what I'm doing, you can go back and look at that. That's a playlist here on the YouTube channel. And I've got another playlist just where I'm playing games. So you can check out lots of different Precision Baseball games. You can see how it's evolved. If you go all the way back to the very beginning of that playlist, you can see as I had started this game, it had been in development for a couple of years. So I kind of started it with an idea, and then I reintroduced it back in 2023, and wound up finishing out the seasons and releasing the game itself for 2024. So it has evolved quite a bit, and it's got a lot more moving parts to it than it did when I originally got it. But super happy with this game. It's very detailed, especially in the base running and the fielding. And so if you like to geek out about that kind of stuff, and you know, this is the ground ball chart. So it's got lots of stuff here, lots of opportunities and options, and infield in, and you can play all types of defenses. There are offensive strategies as well. You have your runner advancement on line drives, so you can check for double plays to all the different fields. Runner advancement on fly balls. This is our just runner advancement on hits to the outfield. These are, and I've redone this a little bit, but these are the strategies, you know, that you can use: hit and run, different types of bunts. And then it comes with every single field. So this is just one example of a field, but the fields are contextualized to that era. So this is one of the fields. I had another one. So I just played a game with the Angels at Edison Field. So this is the Big A in Anaheim, Dodger Stadium. It also comes with this game sequences chart, so you can kind of think of it like a cheat sheet. You might want to have that at the beginning as you look at that. It also has a set of highlight plays, which we haven't run into yet, but if you roll a 3 of a kind on this very first roll for this off of these charts, then it will lead to a highlight play most likely, unless it's a hit. Then it'll trigger something else. And then this is the book. So you can see the rule book, the game guide. Nice big font, but full color, and it just goes through every single scenario, explains everything. And it even goes through, you know, what the different types of outs are. There's a little bit of a glossary here. If you don't quite know what everything means, you can check that out. There are different things here for defense. So you can see double play depth and infield in, and not sure what those are. Guarding the lines, guarding down the lines. But all types of things, how to do foul ball checks and how to do the different types of strategies, small ball strategy kind of things. There's also like a lot of sort of interesting notes and things about actually the game itself. There's a whole system for taking leads and picking people off, and I don't typically play with that all the time, but you can get a short normal or a big lead, and that will affect pickoff attempts and stuff like that. So just a lot of information in there. It's about 60 pages, so it's quite long. But once you print it out once, you know, you don't have to do it again. But I just print it out double-sided and I clip it together. It's a little bit too big for a normal stapler. So you get all that, plus a lot more. You get manager tendencies, you get base running tendencies, you get all of the defensive players. So Ron Callaway here is playing right field, but if you look at his card, he is got left field on his card. That was his primary fielding position that year. So all of these range, error, and arm ratings are based off of left field. But I do have the full defensive ratings. It's in a separate file. And so you just go through the file, you find the player's name, and then you find his defensive rating. So they have been, if they got into the field in a particular position, they are rated. They're just not put on the cards. The card is the primary position. So you just have to look that up. And he played left, right, and center. So we had his outfield positions there. So if anybody's playing out of position, which I think he's the only one who is playing out of the position on his card, excuse me, then you can go onto that sheet. And I provided that for every season. So that's all there for you to use. And I'm sure there's a bunch of other stuff in there that I'm not thinking about. There's a more simplified base running chart for hits to the outfield if you don't want to go through and do all this stuff. But the base running, you have 3 levels of going second to home. Is the team aggressive, normal, or cautious? And that's all on the manager sheet. So you can decide or write down how the team actually, how aggressive were they on the base paths. And that's based off of extra bases taking percentage and things like that you can find on Baseball Reference. So we assign them as aggressive, normal, or cautious. And then that, you can see there's a lot more holds going first to third for a cautious team than there is for an aggressive team. There's a lot more auto advance here than the others. So that, and then there's even trail runners by aggression as well. And first to home, we didn't have any first to home plays, but you can see a cautious team is going to hold that runner up at third most of the time. But an aggressive team is, it's sort of your choice to send them home or not. So that's the complicated one, and then there's a more simplified version. There's just one sheet that you use for everybody. And same thing, you wouldn't use the ballpark sheet. You could use that simplified hits to the outfield, and then you just look at those. Where did it go? It's a 1 to 10 roll, so a little bit more simplified and easier base running. But as you can see, it's not particularly hard. There's just a lot of moving parts, right? This sheet looks quite difficult, but it's just a second, whatever player it was hit to, what's the base running situation, and then you just roll your 3D10s, read them red, white, and blue, and then, you just cross-reference it, and it tells you what the play is. So it even tells you what the runners are doing on those plays. Do they score? Are they held up? Sometimes it's like runners at first and second, hit to second base. The only play is to first base, so it'll say 4-3 with a couple of arrows, and those 2 arrows mean each runner moves up. So you have different plays like that where, it just kind of directs the base running, and you don't really have to do much at all with that. But on hits to the outfield, definitely you're determining base running and that type of thing. All right, I think that's it. So check that out. There's also other games if you like football, basketball. I have other baseball games as well. Lots of stuff at clarkandaddisongaming.com. If you are on Facebook and you want to join the Facebook group, there's a lot of stuff that happens there too. And so you can join, go to Facebook groups, look up Clark and Addison Gaming, answer a couple questions, agree to the group rules. You have to do that or I won't let you in. But if you do that, I'll let you in. And you'll get access to other gamers who are playing these games, questions that people have, just generally the Clark and Addison Gaming community. And also in the files section, I sometimes will post games that are either sort of pre-demo stage that I've just come out with, or there are also demo games that you can find on the free section at clarkandaddisongaming.com. But you can get them there. That's usually the first place that things get posted. Even if I post them to other Facebook groups or to the Delphi forum, typically at Facebook is where you're going to get sort of the insider information. I'll also be rolling out a gold membership from clarkandaddisongaming.com. You'll be able to pay somewhere between $7 and $10 a month, and you'll have more access to me as a designer, more opportunity for community building, and also for games that I'm creating. It's kind of an overflow space for games that I'm creating that I'm probably not going to publish or release anywhere else. But they will be games that you can play, and they'll be super fun. There'll be an opportunity to download some of those games, and also to have discounts at clarkandaddisongaming.com. Haven't decided on the discount yet, or maybe that'll fluctuate month to month. But there'll be a discount in the store every month that you can use. And then also I'm going to provide one free premium game. So a game that's been published, I'll provide a season of that premium game one time each month. So you'll get a game anywhere, they range in price anywhere from $7 to $20. So you'll get a free season that you can just download scot-free, and just as part of being a member. So that's going to be 12 free games over the course of a year. And if you average it out, you'll be getting much more value if you just pay the $9.99 than if you just bought those games a la carte. So that'll be across all of my different games: play action football, precision baseball, up-tempo basketball. I'm going to be releasing AIG basketball soon enough. I've got about 20 or so, 25 seasons I'm up to right now, so I need to finish those off. It'll be on-base baseball. It'll be quick play baseball. You know, all of the games that I have. On-base advanced, you'll be able to get as well. So it'll be one of those premium games every single month, and you'll be able to download a season. Also, if you go on the website on the front page, you can see some of my physical games. So I'm actually printing games for on-base baseball right now. I call it the Pocket Edition. So if you sort of scroll down about halfway, you'll see the Pocket Edition seasons that are available. If you click off and you go to thegamecrafter.com, that's where I sell them. And the Pocket Edition is a little tarot-sized card deck, and it includes all of the players that you need to play a full season. It won't be every single player, but it's 36 players per team. So up to 18 batters and up to 18 pitchers per team. Obviously, for older seasons, that's going to give you almost every single pitcher. And it's going to give you pretty close to every batter. More modern seasons, you know, some of the tail end guys, especially the pitchers, are going to be left off of those rosters. But you obviously could look them up if you really wanted to. But that's a super fun game that fits into a deck of cards. You know, you can put an entire season in the palm of your hand. You just need a score sheet or a way to keep score and transfer those numbers over to a score sheet, roll it out, and super easy to play and very portable. So check those out. It's seasons from the 70s all the way through to the 90s, and 2024 also is available. I'm working on base baseball 2000, so the 2000 season, a few years before this. So that should be available pretty soon as well. And I'll make that available both as PDF and in the Pocket Edition form. So go check that out, and those are really fun. There are videos here of me unboxing. So if you see anything that says an unboxing video, that is the Pocket Edition. So you can check those out on here, and I show you the cards and just kind of what the package looks like. So if you're not familiar with that, you can look at any of those unboxing videos and just see those seasons that I've unboxed, because they send me a proof. In order to make everything available, I have to get a proof first. So I unbox that proof and we check it out together, and then after that I'll make the seasons available. All right, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comments section. If you have not subscribed, click on subscribe. And if you like this video, just give it a thumbs up. Super easy way to support what I'm doing here. Also, go to clarkandaddisongaming.com. You can shop, hit that big green button that says shop all games, and you can check out all the games, or you can filter by each individual game on the left side or by sport. You can also go to the free section. There's lots of demos and things to download, little resources for different games. Some of the resources are for all games, like the baseball game simulation chart. You can use that to simulate any baseball games of any era. And if there are games on the tabletop that you don't want to necessarily play out, you just want to make sure you get a winner, you can use that to accurately produce winners and losers. So there's some resources like that that you can use for everything. Some of them are game guides that you can download for free, and some of them are full-on games, like the AIG basketball beta, which you can download. I'd love to hear your feedback on it. I'm getting really close to releasing the seasons for that, but you can play up to 3 seasons that are in that package: 1972 NBA, 1986 NBA, and 2008 NBA. So check those out and give the game a whirl. There will be some little differences when the actual production game comes out and is published, but at this point the game is mostly what you see in the beta version. All right. If you want to reach out to me, you can go to clarkandaddisongaming.com. You can go to the contact us, and on the contact page, that'll be an email directly to me. So if you have any questions or comments about anything and you want to just direct them to email, totally cool. Just use that form. You can also email me at clarkandaddisongaming@gmail.com, and that will also come to me as well. Okay, so the Braves up 8-0 in this one, going into the top of the third. An 8-run cushion for Gregory Maddux is like a 100-run cushion for most people. He is dealing. He's given up 1 hit so far and no strikeouts, but only a lone single to Ron Callaway, which was a sawed-off blooper into center field, I believe. And so Greg Maddux is dealing on opening day 2003, and I'll probably finish this one offline, but give you a chance to see the Bravos in action this year. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.